Zach, let's get back to the hotel.
First Anna, then Becky, now Diane.
Alles Frau.
I'm not looking forward to writing this investigation report.
Agent Morgan. York. Do you have a moment? There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later? If possible, I'd like to go to a bar. Of course, we don't really have to.
A bar? Now that sounds like a good idea.
Ja, komm.
George, that scar on your cheek. Where did you get it?
This? Didn't I tell you? Well, it's not from work. I got it when I was a kid.
A childhood injury. Tree climbing?
This wasn't anything like that, though. It was my mother. She did it. I have no memories of my father. He left before I knew him. My mother would hit me every time I asked why. If I ate too slow, left my shoes scattered around, TV volume too loud, she found reasons to hit me. Hit me bad. The worst was what she called the tree punishment. She'd whip my back with these thin tree branches like a whip.
Please, Mama. I won't do it again. That hurts, Mama.
Gott, ey.
I'm sorry.
Tree punishment was definitely the worst, I tell you. And that's why I didn't want to show you those scars on my back. This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting you. I went to the woods to apologize to the trees. It's the law of Mother Nature at work. The strong eat the weak.
But now, you have the power to protect the weak.
That's right. Perhaps I should thank my mother for guiding me into this line of work. I've been an arrogant fool, haven't I? And if it weren't for me, both Becky and Diane would still be alive. I could have saved them both. York, I'm sorry. I'll follow your orders from now on. You'll have my total cooperation.
George, you've been as cooperative as you can be. You even invited an FBI guy to a bar for drinks. You've done a good job protecting this town.
Thanks. I do feel a little better.
Okay. Wie spät ist es denn? Komm, wir reden noch mit Carol.
Hey, Carol. Becky is dead. Diane, too. We've got Nick in custody as a suspect.
Nick didn't do it.
I know. Carol, you took a locket from Diane, didn't you? A locket with this mark on it.
Du musst das schon andersrum halten.
I'm busy, gotta go. Sorry to keep you waiting, boys.
Zach, Emily is already a goddess of the forest.
Let's forget work for a bit and drink a little, shall we?
Pardon me, Emily, but I'm pooped. I think I'll just call it a night.
George, I just got here and you're walking out on me?
I'm afraid I've already had enough. And I already had a good man-to-man with York. So I'll see you guys.
Oh, Emily.
I think George likes you, but he's avoiding you all at the same time.
How astute.
There's a reason?
He did ask me out when I first came to town. I was still in high school. But I never really considered him my type. And there's the age gap thing, too. I respect him, of course. I wouldn't have taken this job otherwise.
So, did you move to this town alone?
Of course not. I came with my parents. My dad dealt in stocks in New York. He was hardly at home when I was a kid, always working. My mother, totally different story. A wonderful person that I still respect. She was always kind and understanding. Not only that, but she would always help me find my way. She gave this to me just before she died. I take it with me wherever I go. It's what I treasure most.
I'm sure she's very proud of you.
I had a good time tonight. Good night.
See you tomorrow. Zach, what did you think about George pouring his heart out? I was surprised. It's the end of a monarchy. And he called me York instead of Agent Morgan.
Oh, mein Bett ist schon ganz warm im Baby.
What's going on? Do you know what time it is?
I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep, so I was drinking alone.
Gut.
My mother was a very kind woman. My father was always quiet. We never talked much. He was a federal agent, just like me. And he was hardly ever at home. And so now I'm doing exactly the same job that he did. Like father, like son.
Can I ask you something?
Shoot.
Who's Zach?
Yeah.
Zach is a friend of mine.
Oh, so you do have friends.
Yeah. He's my only friend.
What kind of person is he then?
Well, I've never seen his face. But he is always with me, and we discuss everything.
When did you become friends?
A long time ago. Back when I was a child. I was 7. I woke up one morning to hear my mother crying in the living room. My father was there pointing a gun at my mother. I was so scared. I closed my eyes, so I don't remember much more. But I do remember the words my father said to me. At times we must purge things from this world because they should not exist. Even if it means losing someone that you love. He shot my mother and then killed himself.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. Zach's with me. It was around that time that we became friends. I'm here. I'm with you, he said. I'll be here always. We can get through this together.
Okay, er hat den erfunden, damit er nicht durchdreht zu der Zeit.
Quite aside from that terrible scene in front of me, that voice seemed to make me calmer.
That's a sad story. But I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I'm sure there was a reason for what your father did.
Ja, sicher. Welchen Grund denn?
I think maybe I became an agent to find out why he did what he did. Zach, do you think Emily got home safely? Do you remember our conversation with Emily? She's really interested in you. I think she's starting to have certain feelings for you. If that's the case, Zach, you and I are rivals. This is a very serious situation indeed. Well, if it comes to that, let it be a fair fight. Agreed?
Let me out of here!
Nick
Come
im
on,
Gefängnis.
please! Just for a moment. 1 second.
Was ist mit der Jung?
Look carefully, boy. At times, we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love.
Boah, ich glaube, die ist so ein Wesen. Okay.
Mr. Morgan, do you want a refill?
Yes,
Was zu essen wäre
thank
besser.
you. It says to hurry. And the first letter of each line is H-A-R-R-Y.
Harry.
Hurry to Harry. Looks like the time that he was talking about has come. Let's go pay the problematic rich boy who owns half of the town a visit.
So, Leute, wo gehen wir jetzt hin? Ich will ja jetzt nicht sofort 8 bis 21 Uhr. Och, wir haben Zeit. Wir haben Zeit. Wo gehen wir hin? Es gibt bestimmt wieder einige Nebenmissionen. Kurz im Krankenhaus gucken. Guck mal, Fiona hat eine Mission für uns.
I've been studying a lot recently, and I bet I know more than you.
Are you trying to challenge me here?
I sure am. You want to take the challenge? I can quiz you, you know.
Sounds fun, Fiona.
Okay then, here are the rules for this quiz. Answer 3 multiple-choice questions correctly in a row, and you win.
Bring it on.
You want me to start the quiz?
Ja.
Get ready then. Question 1.
Sind gegenteilige Einteilungen? Wie viel Zeit habe ich? Ach egal, Einzeller und Mehrzeller. 1.
Oh, too bad. Was that one too hard for
Ja,
you?
das war zu schwer.
I just didn't get enough sleep, that's all.
Wie wirken Antibiotika? Na, Einschläfern kann man ja wohl ausschließen. Sie töten die Bakterien. Glaube ich nicht. Oder? Sie stoppen das Wachstum.
Correct! Yeah! But that was only the warm-up. Here comes question 2.
Welche der folgenden Aussagen trifft auf Generika zu? Jeder Laden kann sie verkaufen. Ein Patent ist abgelaufen.
Correct again! But now,
Das ist
time to bring
unglaublich.
out the big guns.
Patent ist abgelaufen.
Question 3.
Komm. Wo in der Zelle ist die DNS? Im Zellkern, im Golgi-Apparat, im Ribosom. Boah. Im Ribosom.
Oh, too bad. Was that one
Zellkern
too
bestimmt.
hard for you?
Fuck you. Oh Gott. Ich hole jetzt das Buch. Jetzt reicht's. So, damit ihr wisst, wovon ich hier rede. Um dieses Buch geht es. Anatomie. Da gucken wir jetzt rein. Herz-Kreislauf-System. 346. Achtung, wir finden die Lösung. Wo ist das Herz? Wo ist es? Da. So. Herzzyklus. Ich glaube, da sind wir richtig. Herzmuskel, Herzklappen. Oh Gott. Kann sich nur um Stunden handeln. Gib mir Zeit. Okay, was man auf jeden Fall sagen kann, ist, das Blut kommt zuerst in die Vorkammer. Aber jetzt ist die Frage, links oder rechts? Also von den Bildern her, ne? Sieht das aus, als ob... Jetzt guck mal hier. Da sieht man's, ne? Da geht Blut rein. Aber gleichzeitig links und rechts. Kommt es zuerst aus der Lunge oder geht es zuerst zur Lunge? Ich würde sagen, es geht zuerst zur Lunge. So, weißt du was? Ich sag links. Linke Vorkammer.
Oh, too bad. Was that
war
one
die
too
rechte.
hard for you?
Wo in der Zelle ist die DNS? Da gucke ich doch jetzt mal nach. Ja, super einfach. Natürlich im Zellkern. Das ist ja auch logisch.
That can't be.
Ja.
Why? How? I thought those questions were pretty tough.
Take this as a prize.
Was? Eine Karte. Dankeschön. So, und da vorne geht's zu Harry. Harrys Landsitz.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, finally you have arrived. You are welcome to come inside. Mr. Francis York Morgan, please have some tea while it is hot. Too much coffee for your body will make it rot.
Please, drink some tea and enjoy the good health it brings.
Oh, oho. Rote
Harry.
Samen.
Where did you get these seeds?
Auf die Antwort bin ich jetzt gespannt.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, those seeds were found in our town in a certain specific place.
More seeds are there, you will see, when you find that certain space. Come back to me and we shall talk after you find that certain place. So says Mr. Stewart.
Harry, so you like to play games?
Ja, das Gefühl habe ich auch.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, a hint for you to find this location.
It is most crowded and most quiet, and gives a cold sensation. So says Mr. Stewart.
All right. So you're not going to talk unless I find this certain place. I'll play along.
Ich komme jetzt nicht auf Anhieb drauf, was das für ein Ort sein soll. Er ist still und doch bevölkert. Und da sind die roten Samen. Der Friedhof. Ja, da liegen ja die Leichen. Vielleicht versteht man das unter Bevölkerung, dass da die Leichen liegen und ruhig, weil sie da ruhen. Friedhof wäre mein erster Gedanke jetzt. Friedhof ist auch bevölkert, nur von Toten.
Zach, let the treasure hunt begin.
Friedhof.
A crowded place, and yet it is very quiet there. Have you figured it out, Zach? It must be the graveyard.
Jawohl.
There's lots of people there, but none of them can speak. You see? So let's get going to the graveyard.